This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Brooklyn, New York, as the Nets take it to the hardwood here at the Barclays Center. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And, of course, Ben Surratt. Since he's out of the picture, the team will have to fill his shoes.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
And San Antonio has possession following the bucket by the Nets. Fox, the bounce pass. We're about 1 minute into the first. Took him no time at all on that one. You know, these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Here's Wolf. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. George double team to the paint. Porter with the steal. Inside. Pass to Wolf. Nifty move. Porter, no luck. And here are the Spurs. And stolen by Castle. Castle on the wing. Three-pointer. That one's in. His first shot this game. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they continue to find ways to score.
And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. G.A., he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his waterbug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
With the drive. And a wide open look for Porter. Sinks the triple. Porter's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Nets. It's fun. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. How's that for a finish? Fox relishes any chance he gets to throw it down.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. The Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Kevin, back over to you.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Oh, just slicing his way to the rim. Just look at this kid Ivy go.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Brooklyn has possession. 4-point game. It's deflected. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Pass to George. Poked away. Powell with the steal. And here we go. Barnes outside.
What was it?
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The wide open look here for Fox. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
That is an assertive shot from Fox. Total trust in his jump shot. He's come a long way in that regard. Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Brooklyn leading by 3. And Mitch Johnson, Stan, now taking over full-time as head coach of the Spurs.
Well, look, Mitch Johnson's the son of an NBA player and a high-level point guard in college. He knows how to run a team and favors that pacing space style. Well, this is Porter's go-to shot. He's very proficient from three-point land.
And stolen by Castle. There's the drive, and he jams it with authority.
Castle's so good up and down the lane.
Spurs trailed by 8. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Foul. Wembanyama with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
22. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Well, their defense was incredible. Wreaking havoc and coming up with steals left and right. Just a tremendous effort.
And play stops. This on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Nets leading by 6. Now, Ivy, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Ivy's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And this is what you want Ivy doing, attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
Good work there as it goes.
So graceful with the teardrop.
Pass to Enjoy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
The kick out to Harper. All sorts of time. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
A dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
Well, Ivy doing a good job of keeping the ball moving to set his teammate up.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the night. And that one misses. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Spurs trailed by 8. Shoots from the elbow. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Harper's got 4 points in the quarter.
Locked and loaded. Harper got it away like he never even had it.
Pass to Ivy. Beyond the arc. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots to a good start.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And it's Carter missing. The drive by Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Harper. Here's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Harper's got 7.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Nets have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, Victor Wembanyama drawing fans league-wide. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle proclaimed, "I've never seen a player like this. I'm in awe of his talent, his size, his aptitude for the game, his skill, his feel, you name it. And in due time, it's very possible that he will be the face of world basketball." Kevin?
Yeah, he's taken over. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you.
All the officials are all over that.
Brooklyn shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
That one misses. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They trail by 9 points. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
To the left wing. Pass to Mobo. 5 on the clock. And the Nets miss again.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
So it's the Spurs now. 7-point differential. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Does he even have to jump? Do we have a vertical on Vic?
The Spurs shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And George drops them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Here's Wembanyama. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Wembanyama's got 6 points in the quarter. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
What a great performance from Fox. Scoring well, shouldering the offensive load.
The shot by Ivy, no good. Here's San Antonio. They're on a 16-6 run. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. And Wembanyama throws it down.
There's no stopping that. Wembanyama with the forceful finish.
Williams with a clean look. And the Spurs scoring again.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Nets have come up with 3 misses and 5 attempts so far at the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And here's Harper from the arc. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Spurs lead by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Ivy. Back to Castle. The rim-rattling two-handed jam. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
They swipe it. Out to the right wing. Here's Harper. Rebounded by the Nets. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Wolf. Here's Njai. Here's Castle. He's got 9. Just 4 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Here's Wolf. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Here's Castle. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Harper with the ball. Picked up by Bagley.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. For Brooklyn, they have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4-7 from the foul line tonight.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Demon. Count it. Good. Demon's got the lead up to 3 now for the Spurs. Out to the wing. To the middle. Here's Njai. Carter pulls it in.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Demon. Low block shot on the way. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Pass to Wolf. And that one is stuffed right through.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And here is Harper. There's the screen. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
And the Nets with possession here. They trail by 1. The shot by Powell, no good. Wembanyama, that's for 2. Pass to Williams. Here's Wembanyama. Just 5 to shoot. Powell pulls it in. Outside Porter. Here's Wolf. He's got 10. Back to Porter. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. They push it up 4-on-3. And there's the call on Trey Powell. That is his first foul of the game. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. So it's the Spurs now. They lead by 1. Here's Wembanyama. San Antonio again missing. Pass to Ivy. Outside for Bagley. Castle with it. 9 points in the game so far. In the corner, Ivy with it. Here's Castle for the lead. And no good that time. Here we go, Coach. The 2025 Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle.
Yeah, look, Kevin, you can't say too many good things about this guy, but it starts with this. Like all the best players in the league, he plays both ends of the floor. Stephon Castle can take on the assignment of guarding the best player on the other team, and he's a guy whose skills are rapidly improving offensively. The future is great for this guy.
Pocket 4. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. San Antonio leading by 3. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the third. They double team Wembanyama. Back from outside. George with the ball. Guarded now by Barnes. Here's Wembanyama. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Fox looking it over. Floats it up for Wembanyama. And it goes out of bounds. That one on Fox.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. With the steal. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Spurs out in front. They're up by 3.
51.
3/10 quarters behind us. And more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Pass to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama with the flush.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Castle misses.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Now Wembanyama. The kick out to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Rebound, Brooklyn. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Pass to Wembanyama. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Vassell outside. Now Williams. On the wing, Fox. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wembanyama. And another basket for San Antonio.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
And slam dunk by Ivy.
And this young guy, Ivy, is doing anything he wants right now, dominating in effortless fashion.
And it's blocked. They retain possession.
Yeah, that's his 4th foul. Got to be careful now.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. It's Wembanyama at the elbow.
And with the lead in hand, they should not be settling for jump shots.
No good with the elbow jumper. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Fox, no good. That's trailed by 3. The kick out to Porter. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Back from outside. Another miss by Fox. Driving in. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Turning on the Jets. Ivy went full speed ahead on that drive.
That's out of bounds. Okay, they say it was last touched by Ivy. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Outside, Vassell. Here's George. Clock at 6. Oh, what a finish!
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Going inside. Here's Wolf. Ivy outside. And it's good.
Big-time buckets is what everyone wants to see from Ivy. He has to attack without hesitation in those situations.
Here's George. And stolen by Castle. Oh, great touch off the pass.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
The 3 goes down.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Castle. Fox with the rebound. Spurs leading by 4. Williams fires. Drained from outside.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for. Well, it's nice to see Porter Jr. hitting the glass and fighting for a second chance basket there.
And stolen by Castle. Porter with it. Williams picks him up. 59 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. So it's San Antonio now. It's a 5-point game. Now George. And here is Fox. And Wembanyama. No good. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Lays it in off the window.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Outside Cassell. Lets loose a three. Cassell pulls it down. The dive for the ball. Porter. The three doesn't go. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And so it's San Antonio who's... Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. We're in the great state of Texas, the home of the Mavericks, the American Airlines Center in Dallas. And, of course, Ben Surratt. Team moving on here without him.
And to say the deal changes the look and the feel of this franchise, quite frankly, is stating the obvious. They are a vast... different team than they were just a few days ago. Obviously looking long-term rather than short.
You know, so much turmoil for the Mavericks last season, GA. Despite that, they were a win away from making the playoffs.
Yeah, they battled valiantly. But to go from the 2024 NBA Finals to the lottery, obviously disappointing. They're looking to make amends this season.
And here is Washington. After Michael Porter made the last three-pointer. There's a screen by Washington. The shot's good from Irving.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
To the middle. Here's Washington. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those. I think the defender really affected that shot.
Here's flags. Inside. And then Washington with the dunk.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Here's Ivy, and that's good off the glass that time.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Here's Wolf. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. They get it again. Pass to Ivy. 6 on the shot clock. Sweet little floater.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
To the paint. Porter with the steal. Down low. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it.
This team is rolling right now. Still haven't missed a shot.
Here's Ivy trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Flag. And it's Dallas with another.
You gotta have great confidence to take that shot. Flag doesn't lack any.
So, Greg, for Cooper Flag, both of his parents were college basketball players.
Yeah, and I love that Cooper's mom calls him String Bean. Though at this point, he's a powerful young man. And he also has a twin brother, Ace, who's got some talent as well.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And Gafford throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
Pass to Flag. And Flag throws it down.
And you can't let this kid, Flag, get that good a position down low. Cooper will finish that every time.
And that one's good by Porter.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Washington. And now the fast break. Ivy with the ball. Pass to Barnes. .127 left to play in the first quarter. Through the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Making a change here. He hits the second from the line. So, RJ, last season, the Nets making a pair of in-season trades to add future assets.
Dealing Dorian Finney-Smith to the Lakers, Dennis Schroeder to the Golden State Warriors. Brooklyn got back a bunch of second-round picks. Smart moves as they continue to build.
Now here's Johnson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Nobody near Barnes. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.